Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin is pumping back in the green, up 1,400 on the day. Make some noise for that. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as we do each and every day, as well as breaking news. Bitwise files with the SEC for a Bitcoin and Treasuries rotation ETF. I'll be breaking this down for you, as well as Bitcoin analysis sees the Bitcoin price gains on Coinbase Premium, Golden Cross. We'll also be discussing buying this dip is a no-brainer, according to this major hedge fund manager, as well as breaking news. The IMF pressures El Salvador to overhaul Bitcoin regulations. That's right. According to the IMF, El Salvador has an annual GDP growth rate of 3% and roughly 144 million in outstanding loans. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing Bukele advising Argentine vice president on Bitcoin and volcano bonds. Let's freaking go. Quoting Bukele, the IMF, World Bank, Federal Reserve, and mainstream media hate that we adopted Bitcoin. Preach. Also be sharing the latest from the high priest Max Kaiser regarding the IMF and how he really feels. And we're also going to be discussing bullish price prediction of a Trump victory, sending the Bitcoin price parabolic to $1 million per coin, according to the what's your favorite magazine, guys? Bitcoin Magazine CEO and David Bailey. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What's crack-a-laggin'? Good to see everyone here live and in the flesh. I'm streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Pump it up for the Bitcoin price action right now. Pump it up. Shout out everyone in the live chat. Chris Klein, Chandy 10 Music. Good to see ya. Short coin, bring facts. Calv Beans, buying like cray-cray. You got to buy like crazy. Baylor Bear 03, Trump 2020 foe. Welcome to the stream. Crypto Surge in the house, New York representing. You know how we do. Nice haircut, JV. I'm glad to be here. It's glad to have you back. Keep us posted, of course, when I'm reading all the comments. Let me know how you're doing there in North Carolina, Oracle. I know your city is having a rough time. I know a lot of them, last I checked in with you, are still without power. Welcome, everyone. Wrench Whisperer. That's right. We repping the New York Knickerbockers today. You know how we doing. Shout out Guido, the rest of the fam. Make some noise. We're also streaming on X. And as you know, I'm going to pin the stream to the top of my profile so you guys can easily find it. And if you guys can repost it, much appreciated. And let's kick it off with our theme music.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life. But Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. TGIF. Bitcoin is up. We're trading above 62,300. Shout out everyone in the live chat. And first and foremost, special shout out to anyone who reposted the stream or quoted the stream. You're going to get shouted out right now. James Elsey, much appreciated, brother. Thank you. Guido, he says, Bitcoin pumping. Where'd you go? CNA, that's where. Much appreciated, Guido. Shout out Peter William. Appreciate you reposting the stream. Shout out Luke Dowdery. I appreciate you as well. One and only short coin in the building. Bitcoin, let's freaking go. $100,000 soon. Send it. Shout out Calv Beans. Appreciate that, brother. He wrote, send crypto to the moon, and just reposted the comment. And I am following you back as well. And that goes for anyone else. Throughout the entire stream, I'll be checking the X feed. And anyone who reposts the live stream, which you're going to find pinned at the very top of my profile, is going to get shouted out, especially if you leave a comment or a quote. And you can see we already got 3 hearts and 5 retweets. Pretty lit ratio. It's almost like 180% like to share ratio. That's pretty amazing. So thank you guys. Shout out Bitcoin Block. And yes, I got the fresh cut. So We're representing today. Shout out S Cash. Good to have you here. Ahoy, Bitcoin Pirate Crew. Bitcoin making moves today. You damn right. October. It's time. After 3 bearish days, now it's time to rip. We form a 9-month Omega bull flag. Amen, laser. Amen.
Pump it up.
Pump it up. And we do it like happy Friday, everyone. We're just getting started. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. Just check and repost. Shout out Jeffo. He put, let's frickin' go. And I am following you back as well. Jeffo, there's my proof of work. You just got the follow back. And shout out Romero. Let's go JV. Let's go Romero. Appreciate you, brother. Just reposted you. Let me make sure I'm following you. I am following you as well. El Salvador representing. I love it. Shout out Bukele. We're going to be sharing the latest updates with El Salvador, the IMF, and I'm going to share Max's rant to how he really feels about the IMF. Shout out Max Kaiser, of course. But yeah, we got a lot in the headlines today. Bitcoin's back on a run. October, game time. CS, welcome. Sup, my dude? Welcome, brother. October, bring it on. Pun intended, says Steve. Happy Friday. Word. Bitcoin block 3 months, 3 God candle, 3 all-time highs. Send it. You get me excited here, brother. But anyways, welcome everyone just joining the stream. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe, then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And happy Friday. Pump day, baby. Yeah, as you know, this is pod episode 1777. I'm your host, JV, and it's October 4th. Welcome to October 2024. Bitcoin is up roughly 1,400 on the day, which is 2.25%, maintaining above 62.3. But let's check out Coin 360 with our market watch, and welcome anyone and everyone just joining the stream. Good to have you guys here. On Coin 360, we're sitting just above 62,400. We have AVAX up 6%, trading at 26 bucks. We got Ether back in the green, up 3%, trading above 2,400. We got Solana up 4%. XRP is even in the green. So most of the alts are in the green alongside Bitcoin. Checking out coinmarketcap.com. Current crypto market cap sits at a $2.17 trillion mark. The Bitcoin market cap is $1.23 trillion. We got 71 billion worth of volume at the past 24 hours. Volume down roughly 20% on the day. Bitcoin dominance 56.9%, with the Ether dominance 13.5%. How high will the Bitcoin Dom climb this cycle? Holla at your boy. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got PopCat up 19%, followed by FTT up 18%, followed by Beam up 14%. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, get a visual perspective. Let's start on the day. Safe to say, 90% of the market in the green. We like to see this. Oh my God. In fact, is that 100%? Do I see any red? Do you see any red? It might be 100%. It might virtually mean all the top coins are pumping right now. Wow. That's very rare. And checking out the monthly, 95% of the market in the red. I mean, in the green, only a handful in the red, which includes Monero. Believe it or not, privacy coin down 14.4%. What's up with that? AR down 9%, Maker down 12%, and Chill down 30%. Everything else crushing. Some of these alts literally up over 100%. Hex up 377%, for Christ's sake. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today, we're rated a 41 fear. Yesterday, 37. Last week, a 61 greed. And last month, a 27 in fear. So there you have it, yo. I forgot to pull up the time chain calendar. So someone clue me in. How many Satoshis can you get today for $1 at 62,300 per BTC? Let me know. I'm going to read your guys' comments out loud. Love me some BBQ. Nice. Welcome, Don George. Shout out the Great 8, Cal Ripken. And that's right, Streamlabs. Make sure to subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel, which is Chandy 10 Music. Link in the chat. Greg, it's been a while, but Bitcoin Daily is forming higher highs and higher lows. RSI above the 50 bullish control, but we still important simple moving average 1221. Are you referring to the years there? 2012, 2021? and 200, or are you just referring to the simple moving averages? We are in the green. I love the green. Who doesn't love the green? Didn't want to host it, but then again, I'd rather have the food away for it than go bad. New green in the buds, except it's pure purple. My favorite. Purple haze just blaze. Hey, JV, I'm off of work today, watching the greatest show on the tube. Love your brother. Right back at you, DNA Noonan. Greatly appreciate your brother. I have been clearing thorn bushes, dang, and have thorn pieces embedded in my phone, damn. Typing thumb amongst other places, riding the little rock right now, and on the phone with Thorny. Thumbs up. I love y'all a lot. Well, appreciate you tuned in. Stay thornless out there. Hey, JC, how's everything, hun? Ask DNA. JC, let us know. 1,605 sats for $1 US. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it, brother. Great time to be stacking the sats. October in full effect. What's for hydration today? Just water. I run out of fancy beverages, so I'm down to water. I got to go shopping. It is amazing. There is fear at 60,000. I mean, it really feels like 60,000 is the new 10,000, 20,000. Right on, Matt. And speaking of 60 G's, 60 G's.
Bitcoin, 60 G's, 60 G's. Buying opportunity.
For fifth level sexy G's. And I have the Nippinator indicator. I'll explain later. Little device I got. We call this the Nippinator indicator. I'll be sharing it later. Hi, don't let me forget. Remind me. High Priority Network. I appreciate the repost. Again, any reposts with quotes or comments on the stream get reposted right back. He wrote, JV is live with a Bitcoin facts. Shout out Frank Cowson. Super Show. Bitcoin shooting to the stars. Please follow JV. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. I'm following you back. Much appreciated. Shout out Chandy 10 Music. Proof of work right here. She wrote, your best day of the Bitcoin pod. Crypto News Yes is live with the Bitty News. Thank you, Chandy. You're amazing. And you're a superstar. Appreciate it. Shout out Barbells. October is back in full effect. This old man doesn't lie. October. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Just reposted you. It kind of looks like a little like De Niro. But just reposted and followed you back. There's my proof of work. You got to follow back, brother. I appreciate that. The Bitcoin Sovereign, DCAN, Bitcoin puts me in a happy place. Amen to that, Bitcoin Sovereign. Appreciate it, brother. I'm following you back as well. Shout out Jeff, Romero, Cal Beans, James Elsie, the rest of the fam. You guys are the bomb diggity. Thank you for all the love, all the support on the stream. Yes. So anyways, stay thornless. Advice noted. No thorns in the phone, just the fingers. 100,000 before the end of the year. Hells yeah. You damn straight, McFoofinator. Awesome. A Nipsey indicating device. JV has some high tech. Yeah, we don't mess around. Steve M, he wrote, sorry off topic. Anyone else disappointed with WB treatment of Caitlyn? What's WB stand for? Pretty sure they will ban me from their YouTube page shortly. Female Larry Bird. I don't know what the reference is because you got to fill me in what the WB treatment means. And Caitlyn who? Are you referring to the basketball player? The woman player? Let me know. Bitcoin 220, and thank you for the super, brother. Bitcoin 220,000 in 2018. What happened to that? Yo, JV. Shout out Rudy. What up? My end of the year target's 88 G's based on harmonic patterns. But who knows? Nobody knows. But let's continue. Let's dive into a little technical analysis. Also be pulling up the live charts as we do each and every day, yo. So yeah, October builds strength as Bitcoin held on exchanges falls to 6-year lows. Can you say supply shock? Here you're looking at the daily chart. Bitcoin moved to an intraday high of 62.3 October 4th as stronger than expected jobs data for September and bullish on-chain metrics added tailwinds to the idea of a rally in Q4 here live and in the flesh. The Bitcoin price action occurred as September's U.S. non-farm payrolls print came in at 254,000, significantly higher than the expected 147,000. The unemployment rate slid to 4.1% from 4.2% of September versus forecast for 4.2%. As a result, market participants have begun pricing in a whopping 97% possibility of a 25 basis point interest rate cut at the Fed's next meeting, November 7th, next month, following an aggressive aggressive half-point move in September, as per data from CME Group's FedWatch tool. That's right, they just recently cut rates by 0.5 percentage point, and China did the same thing. Another possible driver beyond the idea of an October and a fourth quarter rally for Bitcoin is the continued decrease in Bitcoin held on centralized exchanges. That's right. CryptoQuant suggests there are over 2.8 million BTC in total on centralized exchanges, the lowest number since November of 2018, and 500,000 less than the amount seen in March. Can you say supply shock? I mean, numbers don't lie. Bitcoin reserve on the exchanges indicates a number of the Bitcoins held in known exchange wallets. A low balance shows a decreased amount of available liquidity in some scenarios, is followed by bullish price movements. The data shows that the balance on the exchanges has plunged by 12% just in the past 6 months, while Bitcoin has been stuck in a wide range stretching from 50 thou to 72 thou. The drop in balances is relatively similar to that seen between March of 2020 in November of 2020, before Bitcoin embarked on an extended rally to the 2021 high of 69 Gs. If history repeats itself, the decline in Bitcoin reserve on the exchanges could be the precursor to Bitcoin price rising to new record highs. Price discovery in play, 73.8, the current price discovery achieved in mid-March. Another possible headwind for the Bitcoin as Q4 unfolds is increasing institutional demand through the US-based spot Bitcoin ETFs. Can you say institutional FOMO? Like a mofo. Additional data for CryptoQuant revealed institutional investors went from selling a net 5,000 BTC September 2nd to buying an average of 7,000 Bitcoin by the end of September. This is the highest daily purchase of these investment products since July 21st, when net buying was above 9,000 BTC. This demand boosted Bitcoin price to the current all-time high of 73.8 back in mid-March. So if this trend continues, prices may rise further. You can say that again in Q4 here, 2024. But before embarking on a much-awaited Q4 rally, crypto analyst Timothy Peterson believes Bitcoin price may first drop to rest the adoption curve at 57,000. So this analyst is saying 57 in play. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And before I pull up some of the live charts, here's some of the other breaking news. Bitwise files with the SEC for a Bitcoin and Treasuries rotation ETF. Here's what it says. The information in this prospectus is not complete and may change. So just FYI, subject to completion October 4th. That is today. But this is the post. Bitwise Trendwise Bitcoin Treasuries Rotation Strategy ETF. Bitwise Treasuries Bitcoin Strategy ETF. The fund is a series of the Bitwise Funds Trust and an ETF. The fund list of principally trades its shares on the NYSE ARCA. And then it says neither the US SEC nor the CFTC has approved or disapproved these securities or passed upon the accuracy or adequacy of this prospectus, but nonetheless, the prospectus has been dropped. And in other news, the Hawk2a girl, I've always liked this girl for some reason, but she says she was recently going viral for a rant about Bitcoiners not running their own nodes, quoting the Hawk2a girl. Using a Bitcoin wallet without connecting it to your own node may seem convenient, but it comes at a significant cost to your privacy and security. Every transaction made through someone else's node exposes your metadata, including your IP address and balances, which can be tracked, analyzed, and potentially exploited by corporations or state actors. She adds, by running your own node, you ensure that your activity remains private and that you're directly contributing to the resilience and robustness of the entire Bitcoin network. Sage advice coming from the Hawk2a girl. So Hawk2a, spit on that candle. Let's send this mofo to the moon, infinity and beyond. So thank you, Miss Hawk2a. And really good advice there to run a node. Let me know how many of you are actually running a node. And let's check out some of the live charts here, live and in the flesh. This is the 1 hour chart brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase. You can see some bullish momentum, baby. We do have a green target sitting at 63.1, roughly 1,000 up. And we also have this other bullish target in the red on the 1 hour chart sitting at 66,400. Let's send it. Let's go. And checking out the 4 hour chart, and we'll work our way backwards. The 4 hour chart, live and in the flesh, we do have a big blue target sitting north of 81,300. We do have a right shoulder breakout formation as well, and we do have a downside target in play at 52,900. On the 4 hour chart, checking out the 1 day, and again, live and in the flesh, family. The 1 day chart, we had those two big red candles, but it seems we're boosted back today, making our way back up. We do have some targets you need to be aware of, and we also have a rising wedge formation, but the bottom target in the pink is 47.7. And we do have a green target way below that, sitting all the way down at 40,400. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the 1 week chart, then the 1 month. The 1 week chart still has the sexy cup and handle pattern sitting at 124.2. I believe this target will most likely be hit sometime Q4. I don't know which particular month. It could be November, it could be December. We'll soon see. Will we get a Christmas rally? I don't know, but all I want for Christmas is a $100,000 biddy. Just saying. And checking out the 1 month chart, you can see we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sideways trading action after 7 consecutive green candles, making a stairway back up north. But let me know where you feel the monthly close for October will likely take us. I believe all-time highs in play. I think we'll hit above 73.8, potentially in the 80 range before the end of the month. But I want to know your thoughts. So holla at your boy. And welcome everyone just joining the stream. What's poppin'? What's good in the hood? Hawk Tua schooling us. I know Cosmocom. And she's new to Bitcoin. Maybe she was Satoshi's secret. Maybe she, Hawk Tua, spit on that thing on the white paper. And here we are today, 15 years later. I see we got over 500 people on the stream. Good to see you guys out here. Good to be live again at my favorite time to stream live, which is the 4 p.m. hour. Shout out Marcus Roth. I'm checking the feed again over on X. Anyone who reposts with a quote or a comment on the live stream gets shouted out. Best Bitcoin pod around live now. Thank you, Marcus. Coach Leon, epic Coach Leon, epic Coach Leon here. I prayed you're having a super day on purpose today. Much love. Well, shout out to Coach Leon. Just reposted your brother. Let me make sure I'm following you. I am. Nice. Appreciate that. And let's check how many hearts and reposts. Wow, you guys are blowing it up. We already got 17 hearts and 19 reposts. I'm going to repost my own. Now we got 20. Just like that. The more it gets reposted, the more we can orange pill the masses, more eyeballs will get exposed to the stream. So it's always greatly appreciate it. Shout out Bot as well, and the rest of the fam for coming through. Let's see if we can get a couple of 1,000 people on today's stream, live concurrent. Oh my God, that's right. Hawk Tua may be Satoshi. It seemed to have been concentrated in a 100-mile swath of Georgia, South, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia. Saw the worst of it, referring to Helene, I take it. Pretending to spit on something I mean, I feel you. Satoshi was a lucky man. Precisely, Cosmic. And did you guys see the Satoshi documentary dropped on, what is it, Netflix? There's supposed to be 100 million users having access to that, so I should bring more adoption to Bitcoin as well. Mariah Crypto, all I want for Christmas is 120K. Yeah, that Mariah jam is one of my daughter's favorite songs. We play that all Christmas month on repeat until I go crazy and start pulling my hair out. You feel me? But welcome, Juan Romero. You already know, brother. You got to spit on those candles. Your dog just called and said, Doge to the dollar? No, he didn't say that. I got the Nippinator indicator right here. Let's not get her twisted. Don't make me pull it out early, family. Don't make me pull it out early. Orange pill in the masses. You know how we do, Surge. HBO, I want to watch it. Oh, was it HBO? My bad. I don't know. Why did I think Netflix? I don't know. But there's a documentary out on who Satoshi is. Adam Back is in it. I saw the trailer. And even Samson Mao of Jan 3. JV, give us the villa shout out. Up the villa, eh? Got Bitcoin merch, cop some today. Merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. HBO, maybe there will be a segment on the YouTube Bitcoiners. Maybe there will be. Maybe JV will do a react session to that. Let's find out. What do you say? Let me know.
For fifth level sexy G's.
What do you think, JV? Who cares about a roaring kitty, boring kitty? Not me. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey. Yo, thank you, DNA Noonan. Keep up the awesome work, JV. Love your brother. Right back at ya. Proof of work. Thank you, family. You guys are the bomb diggity. Crypto news, yes, please get in where you fit in. You know how we do, Too Short style. Oakland, California, representing, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Your support, amazing. Already over 600 people on the stream. We haven't even got to the news yet. Gensler's going to be dropping the soap. Oh, no. Gensler, you're fired, mofo. Now go get your shine box. You feel me? But let's get to the headlines. We did today's astrology for the broskies. Let's do a little more analysis. This golden cross is on the horizon. Headline reads, Bitcoin analysis sees Bitcoin price gains on Coinbase Premium. Golden cross. Look at that. That's right. Bitcoin may see relief from its recent downturn as U.S. demand stays high. In one of the quick take blog posts, on-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant revealed the possibility of a short-term Bitcoin increase. Let's discuss the golden cross. Bitcoin price action delivers several tests of 60,000 support this week amid market jitters over the situation over in the Middle East. Behind the scenes, however, demand remains strong, as indicated by the popular Coinbase Premium metric. The Coinbase Premium measures the difference in pricing between Bitcoin and USD pair on the largest U.S. exchange, Coinbase, as well as Binance's BTC USDT equivalent. And I also saw in breaking news, it looks like Coinbase has to delist stable coins in the AI, which are not compliant with the new regulation, and they said including USDT, which is the largest stablecoin out there. Now, anyways, moving averages covering the size of the premium are in turn correlated with specific Bitcoin price behavior, as shown by CryptoQuant contributor Mr. Dent. We analyzed the Coinbase Premium Index on the 1-hour frame to observe short-term momentum, utilizing the 24-hour daily and the 168-hour weekly moving averages for added context. He also shares, historically, when the daily moving average forms the golden cross by crossing above the weekly moving average with strong momentum, we observe significant price movements shortly after that. Could this be a deja vu moment? We're going to get a big parabolic run up. Holla. Such a golden cross scenario last occurred late last month, capturing the Bitcoin move above 66 Gs. He also added, despite the price correction from 66 to approximately 61 at around October 1st, the continued rise in demand from the U.S.-based investors suggests renewed upwards pressure. He concluded, this consistent demand, as reflected by the Coinbase Premium, could signal a potential short-term recovery in the Bitcoin price. Meanwhile, Coinbase seen a positive premium over the Binance return in the recent weeks, an encouraging signal for the Bitcoin price performance. And analyzing the Coinbase Flow Pulse tool, which measures shifts into Coinbase from other trading platforms, Axel Adler reached similar conclusions on the price outlook, quoting the analyst here. The Bitcoin inflow to Coinbase from all the exchanges remains in the green zone, indicating strong demand for coins in the U.S. market. Despite the local pullback, the bullish trend persists. So there you go, yo. We're going to have another epic parabolic run-up. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll read those comments out loud. Tennessee Eco Man, welcome to the stream, broski. Spoiler alert, we still don't know who it is. That's right. We don't know who Satoshi is, and that's the beauty. I think most likely it's a collective of individuals. You know what I mean? That could include Adam Back. That could include Hal Finney. That could include Max Kaiser. That could include Samson Mao. It could include a lot of the OGs. You got to keep in mind, a lot of technology was used that was already invented for Bitcoin, including Adam Back's Hashcash, including Max Kaiser's. He actually has the patent on digital currencies from 1996. Some people don't know this. Binance, Miss Janet Yellen. Why are we talking about Binance? Thank you. Shout out Nishoba. Welcome to the stream. What's poppin'?
There's about a roaring kitty,
Not me. I'm for the
big T.
I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey.
Not for the weirdo
Kit Kat Kitty.
cat. The kitty cat. I'm
Stacking the sats. Stack the sats.
Ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats.
A chance to stack those bitties. Who's here stacking the bitty? Let me know. You are all wrong. Gary Gensler is Satoshi. Imagine that. Imagine that. Chairman of the SEC. Pretty wild. And that's right. Subscribe to #1 Bitcoin music channel. Hands down, Chandy 10 Music. Show her some love. Don't trust anything from Coinbase unless you have a need to learn from experience. Isn't it ironic? Coinbase goes down every time there's a major Bitcoin pump. Crazy how that works. That's right. There is no second best. I'm glad you brought that up, Serge.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best?
There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
And shout out Melda. Continued prayers for Melda. I heard she was in the hospital from dankness yesterday. We miss you, Melda. If you're listening to the stream, wishing you a speedy recovery. Hope you get home soon if you're not already home. And fully healed. fully healed. Shout out Diana Jones. Good to have you. I see the Nippinator on the screen right there. We might pull out this Nippinator indicator, a.k.a. the hand of truth, a little later in the stream. Stay tuned. DCA HODL, never self-custody, sell to self-custody. No top, every day is the pizza day for the fools who sell. Great point. First Bitcoin transaction, 2 pizza pies. A large pie from the Papa John's. Only costs 10,000 Bitcoin. Today's value, something like north of $600 million for some 2 large pies, which you can buy for practically $30 today. But you live, you learn. HODL thy biddy. You feel me? Silas, welcome, brother. Praying for Melda. Good to hear that, Cosmic. We'll light some sage for her later as well. Back scratcher? No, it's the Nippinator indicator. I don't know what you're talking about, Silas. I don't know what you're talking about. AVAX, eh? Shout out Pamela Lewis. Prayers for Melda. You're missed. Thank you, Serge. Satoshi was the name of the scout UFO that came to plant the Bitcoin, and when the mothership get here, they have 1 million Bitcoin and rule over the world. Crop circles. They gave the Bitcoin code in the crop circle. As soon as you start rotating clockwise, very fast, the vibration creates the biddy. Anyways, pray a lot of prayers for Melda. Thank you guys. We appreciate all the support. Let's continue with the news. Let's discuss this BTFD alert. Headline here reads, buying this Bitcoin dip is a no-brainer. According to the hedge fund manager, well, buying the dip is always a no-brainer. We stack the sats accordingly. Bitcoin 6% drop since September 30th should have been seen as an opportunity for investors to stack more of the biddy, says Quinn Thompson, chief investment officer over at Lecker Capital. On an October 3rd post, Thompson said buying the Bitcoin in its current price range of 61 Gs is a no-brainer, adding that the macro backdrop of the price action for the crypto asset has changed significantly compared with the past price drops, as he shares here on X. I don't usually give very short-term views, but seems like a no-brainer to be bidding this area with clear invalidation on the back of the 180-degree shift and the macro backdrop from the relative to the 3 previous similar setups. He attached the chart of the Bitcoin price from March 5th this year when Bitcoin notched a new all-time high of 73.8-ish. Thompson highlighted 3 previous similar setups in which the price Bitcoin plummeted and subsequently tumbled well below the 200-day moving average, which is a key technical indicator used by traders to gauge the midterm strength of certain assets. This time, however, Bitcoin bounced sharply off the technical level, which Thompson said showed a clear invalidation on the back of the 180-degree shift into the macro backdrop, hinting that the Bitcoin prices may soon swing upwards. Quoting him again, I don't usually give very short-term views, but seems like a no-brainer to be bidding this area. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. An escalate in geopolitical tensions in the Middle East spooked markets earlier this week, with risk assets like Bitcoin selling off sharply as Iran took military action against Israel, and growing concerns over the strength of the U.S. economy and uncertainty around the outcome of the U.S. election November 5th, 1 month out. Literally 1 month in 1 day, has also weighed in on risk assets. Meanwhile, mentions of Uptober, a nickname given to October for its historically bullish crypto price action, have plummeted across social media as markets continue to pull back. And in line with Thompson, other analysts say the lack of the recent optimism presents an opportunity for a short-term bounce. Come on, bounce. Quoting another analyst from Sentiment, Uptober excitement wanes as the market dips, which does open a door for the rebound. Whether the bigger downtrend is over remains yet to be seen. And while October has historically been a strong month for returns, with an average gain of over 20% in the last 11 years, most of the gains happen later in the month. So we're still early, family. And in the first half of October 2023, Bitcoin fell 7% to 26,650, but surged almost 30% in 2 weeks to close the month. So we typically have a strong final 2 weeks of the month. First 2 weeks, not always historically bullish, but we usually ended out very bullish. And we rose to 34.5, leading some of the traders to entertain the possibility of a sharp move upward later in the month. So will history rhyme? Let me know your thoughts, yo, before we dive into the latest saga with the IMF pressure in El Salvador over Bitcoin regulation. What's the time frame? As DJG009. Can someone help me out? Where, please? I just want to know if I should run my own Bitcoin node. Is it beneficial? Yes, it allows you to not just use the network, but become one with the network. Literally, you become the Bitcoin network. And as Hawk2A Girl pointed out, it gives you privacy and security in which you don't have when you're not using your own node. So those are two reasons. And also it helps secure the network. There's the Holy Trinity: security, privacy, and also you're helping to secure the entire network and becoming one with the Biddy. There are some reasons. What asset is sovereign, autonomous, distributed, limited, supply, globally accepted, rapid, and low transaction fee, unhackable, immutable, and immune to the inflation recession? Only the Bitcoin. Preach. Thank you, Greg. Best Crypto Alpha. Thank you, Diana Jones. Proof of work. Thank you for the repost. Once again, we're streaming on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Already close to 900 people on the live stream. Anyone who reposts with a comment or a quote on the stream, whatever you want to share, I got your back. I'll repost you. Don't miss JV, says Chandy. If you are a Bitcoin enthusiast, live now, join the chat. Thank you for reposting Short Coins, reposts of the stream. You guys are amazing, supporting one another. Always appreciated. You're going to notice we got more than a 100% share to repost ratio, which is godly. And I only say that to big you guys up. Thank you for the support. We got 24 hearts and 26 reposts. We got more reposts than hearts. Phenomenal. I love those numbers. Appreciate it, fam. Let's see if we get 2,000 people on the stream. Keep reposting. Spread the word. Bitcoin's up 1,500 on the day. Whole coiners are up 1,500 in unrealized profits per Biddy. Imagine how much Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy are up today. Let that one sink in. 1 minute in your dream. What the frick? Welcome S9 High. What to do? Let's go. We're all going to be priced by the Bitcoin, my fellow kings and queens. Shout out Coach Leon. Good to have you here on the stream, brother. And welcome anyone just joining us. Happy Friday. Bitcoin Church is in session. Let's go.
Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. I got my mind on my Bitcoin.
And my Bitcoin on my mind. JV, have you seen the thumbnail for the latest Crypto World channel vid? It looks like you on there. They have 73 subs. I'll have to check it out. No, hopefully they didn't just take my image and use it. I haven't heard of them, so I'm not familiar with them. I got 1,900 followers on X. Congrats, Oracle. Happy for you. I am rather happy about that. I would be as well. You're growing fantastically fast, so just keep up what you're doing. And I have no doubt in my mind you're going to have 190,000 followers before you know it. Just keep doing exactly what you're doing. And everyone, make sure to follow JC Ice over on X. She is our Oracle, our one and only, the premier moderator here on the stream. Premier. And make sure to follow her on X. And follow all of our moderators on X because they're incredible. When the 21-day MA is above 200 MA in the 1 minute, I'm bullish. Under the 200 MA, I'm bearish. Sam Price. Thank you, Tennessee. Prayers for Melda. Sending lots of healing vibes and prayers for our one and only Melda. They use AI to cartoonify your image, I think. Oh, man, you're going to have to show me this. May need a pump watch soon. Pump it up. HBO claims this will shock the world in the election when they reveal the Satoshi, but it doesn't matter. Everyone has their own opinion of who Satoshi is, but it will be interesting to see who HBO thinks it is, right? Watch. It's Peter Schiff. Shout out Satwise Jenks, another OG. He wrote, as an open source internet protocol sourced by brilliant minds over 15 years across the most powerful network never hacked means it doesn't matter who Satoshi is, but what he did solve the cypherpunk holy grail of creating perfect peer-to-peer money without the banks. Well said, brother. And the reality is, want to know who Satoshi is? We're all Satoshi. JV is Satoshi. Satwise is Satoshi. Adam is Satoshi. Diana is Satoshi. The Oracle is Satoshi. Short Coin is Satoshi. Melda is Satoshi. Chandy is Satoshi. The Bitcoin block Satoshi. S9 High is Satoshi. Surge is Satoshi. We're all Satoshi. You feel me? We're going to have to make a jammy jam like this.
Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers,
anti-money launderers, tax avoidance. Yeah, we're all Satoshi, family. So light one up for Satoshi. Hit the repost for Satoshi. And let's freaking go. Let's continue with the news. We still got a lot to share, fam. Next story of the day, let's discuss FDIMF. We gonna be okay. Yeah, in El Salvador, freedom reigns. BTC, tax-free from gains. 100K, Bitcoin babe. 100K, 6 figs all day. You know how we do. I'm getting pretty lit now. You guys got me excited. Can you tell? Headline reads, I just see the 3 letters, the IMF, I get excited and I start rapping. IMF pressures El Salvador to overhaul Bitcoin regulations. And you know the jam we're talking about. I did a collaboration on a El Salvador Jammy Jam with Chandy, and one of my verses is F the IMF, and I repeat F the IMF like a dozen times. So, yeah, I mean, it's programmed into the unconscious here. But anyways, during an October 3rd press conference, the IMF renewed calls pressuring El Salvador to scale back its Bitcoin policies and overhaul its regulatory framework. Surrounding the biddy, we have Julie Kozak, director of the IMF Communication Department, did not specify the exact details behind the proposed regulatory shift, but instead provided this statement. This is according to Julie. What we have recommended is a narrowing of the scope of the Bitcoin law, strengthening the regulatory framework and oversight of the Bitcoin ecosystem, and limiting the public sector exposure to the Bitcoin. And since El Salvador legalized the biddy as a formal legal tender in 2021, the IMF has pressured the Central American country to step away from the Bitcoin and embrace traditional finance infrastructure. No thank you, IMF. We gonna be okay, because in El Salvador, freedom reigns. You feel me? In August of 2024, the IMF voiced the same demands, but admitted that many of the purported risks of Bitcoin adoption have not yet materialized. Here's their attitude to Bitcoin and crypto. The IMF expressed concerns regarding the biddy, as some fiat currencies experienced devaluation. Certain individuals and a few nation states have begun exploring alternatives, including Bitcoin, which is often viewed as offering a different monetary framework compared to the traditional fiat systems. And I'll tell you the obvious, the IMF fears Bitcoin. Central banks fear Bitcoin. That's why they hate it. They know it's going to make them obsolete. They know it's perfect money. They know it's the money of the people, and they hate it. They despise it. They're trying to destroy it, clearly. But anyways, in 2023, the IMF provided technical consulting to help Andorra record and monitor Bitcoin transactions. Later in March of 2024, it suggested Pakistan institute a capital gains tax on crypto to qualify for a $3 billion loan. And more recently, IMF execs floated the idea of taxing energy used for crypto mining to reduce carbon emissions. Boo! We all know that FUD. This added tax could drive up energy costs for miners by 85%. Potentially, see, everything they do is an attack against Bitcoin the same way they attack El Salvador. I'm telling you, it's because Bitcoin severs the heads from the central banking cartel and the lizard people. Just saying. IMF pushes central bank digital currencies. Not cool. Not a good look. We don't want CBDCs. And they know Bitcoin is the antidote to the CBDC. Mark my words. While the IMF continues to oppose the Bitcoin and non-state controlled cryptocurrencies, it is simultaneously pushing for CBDCs globally. Yeah, not shocked there. This past September, the IMF released the REDI framework for the CBDC development. The acronym stands for Regulation, Education, Design, and Incentives, geared towards helping central banks make CBDC adoption more palatable to prospective populations. No, thank you. Just say no to the IMF. Just say no to the CBDCs. Just say no to crack. That goes to you too, Hunter Biden. Anyways, if Coinbase thrives, the Erdogan will touch between 50 to 100. Not financial advice, but that's a bunch of X's. Word. So the IMF goes after El Salvador, but not the Black Rock. I lost my dog Tank 2 days ago. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. In the hurricane, my husband is devastated. He was my husband's service. Like, no. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that, Oracle. That sucks. Jesus. Satwise says, I lost my dog after it went out to go to the bathroom and its tracks just disappeared in the snow. Sorry to hear that as well, Satwise. My heart goes out to you guys. No, it's not easy losing a dog. The Bitcoin merch, support the show. If you guys want to support the stream, you can support us by purchasing some merch. Merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Christine Lagarde is gorgeous. If I had milk in my mouth, I'd spit it all up. No crack, exactly. Just say no to drugs. We got there more 3 weeks with him than we could have. He was 13, good dog, but I think Lunkhead loved him. The rumor on the street is that it wasn't hunters. It was camelas. I saw some posts on that earlier. That's sad. Sorry for the lost, guys. Sending lots of love and prayers to everyone who lost any dogs, as well as to Melda in the hospital, wishing her a recovery, speedy recovery, lots of healing vibes. We'll light up some sage for her in a little bit. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and the Tube. We're going to continue diving into the news. Shout out, again, Diana Jones, just reposting. Anyone who reposts the stream with a comment or a quote, you guys are going to notice the stream pinned at the very top of the profile. We already got 26 hearts and 27 reposts, more than a perfect, flawless share ratio from like to share. So thank you guys. You guys are the bomb diggity. But let's continue. Let's get on to our next story. Next story. Here's the latest with El Salvador. The headline reads, Bukele advises Argentine vice president on Bitcoin and volcano bonds. And there's a lot of other interesting things regarding, IMF and Bukele, El Salvador. I'm going to read you from X, and then we'll dive deeper into the story. Bukele is quoted saying here, the IMF, World Bank, Federal Reserve, and mainstream media hate that we adopted Bitcoin. 100% spot on, Bukele. And Salvador Amas says Bitcoin has a lot of amazing features, but one of my favorites is that it completely obsoletes the IMF. 100. Preach! Shout out Salvador Amas, author of the Bitcoin Standard. And even Max Kaiser wrote here, the IMF's SDR is crashing. Against Bitcoin, the crash looks much worse. The more Bitcoin El Salvador buys, the quicker we euthanize this central bank. Neo-colonial flaming dumpster fire. Preach, Max. Thank you for sharing that. So true. He also wrote, Dear IMF, go F yourself. Go F yourself, IMF. My sentiment, precisely, that's what inspired me to write that verse called F the IMF. Thanks to Max Kaiser. I love that guy. And David Bailey, we'll get into that prediction here in a bit. I don't want to jump the gun, but let's dive deeper into Bukele advising Argentine vice president on the Bitcoin and volcano bonds. That's right. El Salvador and Bukele working together. Let's freaking go. Argentine senators and executives are very interested in Bitcoin. During the official visit to Argentina, El Salvador President Bukele met with a group of national senators and the country's vice president who touched on the crypto subject. You're damn straight. While the discussion was private, a video before the meeting shows Argentine Vice President Victoria inquiring about the Salvadoran experience in the field of the biddy, having already several years of approving the crypto as legal tender. Here's what she stated. I personally want to use these short minutes to talk to you about Bitcoin. It's something that interests me a lot. I love it. Furthermore, she showed interest in the so-called volcano bonds, which have been on hold for several years, inspired by Max Kaiser. Bukele proposed these bonds as part of the financing scheme of the still-to-be-constructed Bitcoin City, the Bitcoin Mecca, the Bitcoin Citadel, Bitcoin Camelot, a Bitcoin-centric metropolis announced back in 2021. And I'm actually going to be visiting El Salvador in January, family. Let me know if you guys are going to be there. After the meeting, she also confirmed that crypto regulation had also been discussed during the encounter. We were able to talk about the implementation of the Bitcoin and creation of the CNAD, which is the National Commission of Digital Assets, which is the first body that provides legal framework and regulation of crypto assets, she disclosed on social media. And a part of the visit, Bukele also met Milei, President Milei, that is, to examine topics such as the issuance of zero deficit budgets, security plans, and politics. Nonetheless, Bitcoin was not included in the agenda. While Milei had not declared clearly in favor of the Bitcoin, he has stated that in the future, anyone will be able to use Bitcoin as part of the currency competition plan he envisions. Other currencies can also be leveraged as part of this proposal. So there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts with adoption coming potentially from Argentina. Now that Bukele is orange pilling someone right here. That's pretty big news. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll read those out loud here in a moment. And again, welcome anyone and everyone just joining the stream. Happy October! October Q4. Parabolic run in play. All-time highs. Just saying. 6 figures. Destiny. Nipinator indicator coming soon. So sad to hear about your loss. That's right. Don't read this one out loud. I won't read that one out loud. Thanks for the heads up, Satwise. we are heavily censored here on the YouTube, but don't worry. After the YouTube stream ends, we'll continue with the uncensored version of the pod, and that's where we can talk dirty. You feel me? Uncensored style. That's right, Bart. The IMF sucks. Preach. The worst of the worst. They're criminals. drug traffickers,
anti-money laundering,
tax avoidance, criminals, certified lover boy, certified lover boy, what, mess them up. Now, I don't know. Oh, you referring? I'm not going to repost that one, Robert. I don't know who you're referring to, but I'm going to assume you're referring to Trump because the headline is Trump is going to win, sending Bitcoin to 1 million. And I don't want to send an allegation that Trump is a pedo. If that's even who you're referring to, I don't know. So I'm not going to repost that one, but I appreciate you commenting on the stream nonetheless. And if you're in the chat, let me know who you're talking about, just to clarify there, brother. That's a pretty strong allegation. Now, clearly, I know what lyric we're talking about here. JV, mess him up. Certified lover boy, certified PDF file, which we have to say on the YouTube. We can't say the other term. So we say PDF file. He is a certified PDF file. I know what you're saying. But anyways, welcome everyone. Welcome. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is here. We got Nippinator, just like DJ Premier. Premier. Nippinator Indicator, live and in the flesh. You know how we do. How's the cut today, family? I went short. I had to go short. Short dog in the house. You feel me? Anyways, welcome everyone. No, I'm crying, bro. You said certified PDF file. That's what I hear you supposed to say on YouTube. You can't say that term. Just like you can't say the real island. You got to refer to it as Gilligan's Island. The skipper to Marianne and his wife, the movie star, the Nippinator Indicator here on Gilligan's Isle. No PDF files, no Diddy. Looks nice, Short. Thank you, Short Coin. Much appreciated. Awesome dog. Thank you, Bart. We only got one Nippinator. But here's what we're going to do. Keep the comments flowing. There's already over 1,100 people on the stream. You guys are the bomb diggity. I'm going to take one more sip of the water. And then we're going to roll. The R word either, eh? Never liked Trump. Have to vote for him now. But as a morally bankrupt he is, no way Orange Man would go that low. Says that wise. Please read the rules, JV. Yeah, let me hit them with the rules. The rules are, don't disrespect the chat, eh? The mods or JV. Don't start crap at the chat with the others. Don't dox anyone in the chat. Don't spam the chat with repeat comments. Simple. Thank you. Shout out to our one and only Oracle. Appreciate it. JV, shave the pits. I did. Actually shaved the body today as well. You know how much hair I have after I shave the body, like typically once a month? It's insane. It's like a pile like that. It's like grooming a dog. I grow a lot of hair, yo. So, you know what I mean? I had to take it there. I'm fresh. I'm so fresh and so clean today. This is unusual. But anyways, I digress. Let's continue. Now for our feature story of the day. Let's discuss this $1 million Bitcoin price prediction off the back of a Trump victory. According to the Bitcoin Magazine CEO, he just recently posted this. I'm going to read you this post, but first I also want to read you this headline, which we're going to be discussing Bitcoin. Will it ever hit $1 million? But let's start with David Bailey's post right here. Again, the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine. He was the one who actually orchestrated Trump to speak at the Nashville event. So clearly, this guy is pretty smart. But anyways, he says, Trump is going to win. We are going to free Ross. Referring to Ross Ulbricht, who's currently facing like 2 life sentences. Trump did say he would free or pardon Ross Ulbricht day one on the job alongside firing Gary Gensler. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the chat, fam. He also wrote, the Bitcoin cabinet will be appointed. And referring for the Bitcoin cabinet for the United States of America, clearly. The strategic reserve will be established. Let's go. Trump said they would not sell any of the Bitcoin. And then other nations will follow. Nation state adoption, game theory, full effect. Let's freaking go. And then one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million plus. Can you say 7 figures? Let's skip 6 figures and 10x it right to 7 figures. What do you guys got to say about that? Economic growth booms globally, and the American dream thrives for generations to come. That's right. Trump said he'd make Bitcoin a mining hub. He'd make America a Bitcoin mining hub if he is elected president. Let me know who you think will win. Will it be Harris? Will it be Trump? Holla. I mean, we only got 1 month and 1 day out. Manifest destiny. And ultimately, let me know if you agree with this prediction from David Bailey. And let's dive a little deeper into this particular story regarding Bitcoin and $1 million per coin, the market cap implications, scale, etc., etc. So if Bitcoin were to reach the valuation, and let me make sure you guys can read this, you can see the bulk of it, so you're good. Of 1 million per unit, its market cap would soar to 21 trillion. Interesting that we have a max supply of 21 million coin. Imagine that. This ain't Doge. We don't have 21 trillion coins. But anyways, also I want to speculate here. There's probably 5 or 6 million coins lost or stagnant on the Bitcoin blockchain forever, making Bitcoin that much more scarce and making your Bitcoin worth that much more. Let that sink in. Satoshi has roughly 1.1 million Bitcoin. A lot of early Bitcoiners lost them in boating accidents. You know how it is. Lost them in old laptops like Alex Jones claims, etc. So there's a lot of lost Bitcoin, which makes it that much even scarcer. Now, this would position Bitcoin's market cap greater than the GDP of most countries at 21 trillion, surpassing the GDP of most countries of the world, including major economies like Germany, the UK, Japan. It would also position Bitcoin's market cap just behind the GDP of the US, which is currently at 23 trillion. Crazy, right? And higher than the total market cap of the alphabet corporations we refer to as Facebook, now Meta, Amazon, Apple, Netflix. That's worth 7 trillion, and on par with the global real estate market, which is currently 280 trillion. Bitcoin's 21 trillion market cap would represent 7.5% of that total value of the real estate worldwide, illustrating significant impact on global asset distribution, and larger than the total market cap of all cryptos. Right now, the total crypto market cap is only like 2.2 trillion. So absolutely. Now for the massive scale of Bitcoin to hit 1 million. Economic impact of 21 trillion market cap would signify that Bitcoin has become a major asset class. Clearly, it's ultimately, if we're only at 1 trillion today, it's roughly 20x where we're at, potentially influencing global economic policies and financial systems. And we have a lot of room to grow. The total addressable market, I've heard projections anywhere from $700 to $900 trillion. Also, an investment shift. Traditional assets like stocks, bonds, or real estate might see a reallocation of capital towards Bitcoin. Absolutely. It's all going to zero against the biddy. And also the global influence. Bitcoin could become the cornerstone of the global financial system. Heck, it could even become a global world reserve currency. And Bitcoin could hit 8 figures. Imagine a $10 million Bitcoin. Well, Michael Saylor believes it's going to happen, and I believe Michael Saylor. Let me know your thoughts. And now charting Bitcoin to 1 million. As you can see on the chart, before looking at the Bitcoin 1 million chart, let's look at the predictions by reputable experts. Conclusion: the path for Bitcoin to hit 1 million is well beyond consensus predictions. However, we do have the predictions from the likes of Cathie Wood of ARK Invest projecting a bull scenario of over 3 million per Bitcoin by 2030. Even her base case and bear case are extremely, bullish. So let's discuss some of these forecasts. For now, Bitcoin to hit 1 million would be completely off the chart, literally below its weekly chart, highlighting where Bitcoin at 1 million comes in. Obviously, it wouldn't even fit on the chart. We also have projections. I know them offhand, so instead of reading any articles, let me just chat it up with you guys. Samson Mow, Jan 3 founder. He was also featured in the recent documentary on who Satoshi is that was just recently released. I forget. I don't know if that's an HBO thing or Netflix thing, but I see a lot of controversy around it. But Samson Mow believes that we can hit $1 million this cycle, right? Which would ultimately mean if not this year, then by next year. Bitcoin has no top as fiat has no bottom. We also have bullish predictions from Tom Lee, which I have covered here on the podcast. I think he's projecting, he was projecting at 1.25 million for this cycle. I don't know the latest updates on that one, but we also have, Max Kaiser, clearly always very bullish on the biddy as well. He has a lot of different, predictions, different ranges. Then we also have the likes BlackRock, Larry Fink buying like there's no tomorrow. The Bitcoin ETFs have unprecedented volume, breaking all history of ETFs to ever exist. And Bitcoin ETF just went live literally in January. So we have the institutional FOMO like a mofo. That's something which was non-existent in the previous cycle. Previous cycle that drove up to 69 Gs back in was it November of 2021? That was primarily driven off the retail. I don't even think the retail is going to join the party until we're price discovery once again. Yeah, probably in the $80,000 to $100,000 range. That's when people like to get involved. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you think David Bailey's $1 million price projection is accurate with Trump in office? Hypothetically speaking, if Trump, the Bitcoiner side, wins the election, because we know Kamala is anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto, employing the likes of Gary Gensler, Senator Warren, and who's the other one? Miss Binance, Miss Yellen. Do you think Trump, the pro-Bitcoin party, will win, pro-crypto party, or do you think the anti-crypto party, we refer to as the Democrats, will win? And if, hypothetically, Trump does get the victory, will that send Bitcoin eventually to $1 million as the United States of America stockpiles the biddy and continues accumulating? I wish they do what RFK proposed and buy 400 Bitcoin a day until they got 4 million Bitcoin. Imagine that. Strategic reserves, global reserve asset, future's looking pretty bright. Dollar, mathematically guaranteed to decrease your purchasing power. Bitcoin, mathematically guaranteed to increase your purchasing power. That's why we save in Bitcoin. And those who treat fiat as a store of value, you know what you call them, folks.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People.
You already know. And welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. I'm going to read your guys' comments out loud. I am George, says Tony. I am Satoshi. 85, almost 90. I thought I'll fall asleep here. Oh, man. That would be a great start for the fourth quarter Oracle. Many people are waiting for a clear all-time high to break. It will happen. Constipated yelling. Binance. Exactly. 80,000. Thanksgiving moaning. Send it. Mono.
That use fiat.
Stop being a drama queen. Why do you say that? The pro-Bitcoin will win and Bitcoin will go to $1 million. By the end of the year next year, the technicals don't lie. She wants to get rid of our pet rocks. FKH, 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 FKH. Thank you.
Fiat currency.
What do we call them, folks?
As a store of value. We call them core. We call them core.
You know what I mean? I hate your politics, but I love your haircut. Politics? What did I say politically? I don't even know what I said wrong. I just said the obvious. I think I stated, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was just being like genuine. My understanding is Trump is pro-crypto. He just released a crypto platform and a crypto token for the platform, and he just gave a speech at the Bitcoin Nashville event talking about stockpiling Bitcoin and making America the Bitcoin mining hub of the world. If that's not pro-crypto, what is? And we all know Kamala is anti-crypto. You can look at their enforcement actions at the SEC in which they're in control of. So if that's what you're talking about, please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's pretty obvious. No? Yellen looks like she needs to be tending the cats, not the economy. But anyways, let's continue with the uncensored version of the pod. We're going to end the YouTube transmission and continue on Rumble and X so we can speak freely, uncensored. Did I do a poll today or did I forget? We didn't do a poll today. No worries. So let's go ahead and just end the show on YouTube and let's continue on the Rumble. If you want to continue uncensored, it's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's get ready to rumble.